finishes them off in that grenade. I believe actually they blew up the car, being able to go ahead and take out those two players there from RRQ.
One of the dangers of having so many vehicles. Get that first chicken dinner served up here in game number 1.
Who's also going to go ahead and strike first, because keep in mind now every single time a team gets a kill, that is 15 points to their tally. So you're going to see more than likely teams trying to finish off anybody they see down, even if it is third party them. And look at that right there, round 1, ladies and gentlemen, of Erangle.
Brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9. We're going to be taking a look at some of the best teams in the world. A lot of respect for one another, and we have a whole lot of really solid players represented from all over the place. We saw in last game the skills and the shooting skills of all these guys with any type of scope. Red dot, 6x, doesn't matter. These guys are beasts.
Talking about military base, some people could actually go ahead and go military base from here, and they could also go Novo. Now, teams that like to go Georgeport, more than likely what you're gonna go ahead and see is you're gonna see teams getting into a car with no loot whatsoever and just driving up to those areas so they can loot up as much as they can.
That's right. You've got, speaking of kind of map position here, we talked about the choke points in the 2 bridges on the southern part of the map. Very difficult to transition between the middle part of the map and the southern part, and the zone really dictates when you have to rotate. Now, the northern part, while it is a little bit segregated, it's not nearly as segregated as the southern part. The northern part has probably 6 different routes to get across, so it's unlikely that you're going to be camped there on the bridges or the land passings up there by Stalber.
And it seems like nobody wants to go there, just Naya or Mansion, which can be quite divine. But a lot of teams, look at this. A lot of teams going there to military base and Novo, and oh my goodness, look at that view.
You saw the players all up there. You're going to see them get knocked out one by one. We'll see how quickly they want to keep their face up on that board, I'm having a feeling.
And BRK here right behind Team Terror from India. Terror decides, you know what, I see a team behind us, let's just not go there. And BRK actually not going to Pochinki. Interesting plays there by him. They're more than likely going to go ahead and just try to play it safe from the get-go, see where all the teams are going to be landing, and then just try to adjust their strategy. That's more than likely something we're going to see from a lot of teams here.
Hey, PUBG, can we get Watertown's name on that map there? It needs some love. Watertown, we absolutely love it. So we're going to see some people looting up here. We've got BRK from South America looting up right away in Watertown, and they are all alone.
Watertown, I actually don't see many teams looting here. The loot quality is not up to standard, and as I say that, he does find pretty much an MP9 and a Tommy gun, which those guns can be really good up close. And talking about, was that wild card?
And ultimately, they made it pretty far into the match, but probably didn't get the place where they were hoping.
LH, you being able to go ahead and take the high ground there, and Novo finishing no kills, making sure to get those knocks. And actually right here, great place by them because they were able to go ahead and take people down. And earlier, as we're talking about Cloud9 against GTOU, they're super early in the game. They engage, they knock, and then they say, you know what, let's back up a little bit.
Rolex's mom and dad right there on screen actually cheering on their son as he takes out one of the Evos members. Unfortunately, they do go out early. A disappointing finish for them in the first game. And then we've got Hayro getting blown up there by GT Douyu. What an impressive performance from them. I want to say LH Douyu was some of the best aim of the tournament so far. And you see Wildcard C got here getting crossed, trying to get across that river.
And Team Japan here playing this perfectly. They knew they had to push, blowing up that car, being able to get this easy kills. And LH Douyu here just getting an amazing rush there. But Zute coming out on top of that engagement. Right here, GTOU under the bridge, waiting for Illuminate people to go ahead and come out of that water and finish them off in that grenade. I believe actually they blew up the car, being able to go ahead and take out those 2 players there from RRQ.
One of the dangers of having so many vehicles is you risk having to explode it. But look at that. Huge victory there for Team Evos. They are confident, they are good, and they are currently at top dog in game number 1.
Definitely good points coming in here, but look at that. Who gets the most kills is Douyu overall. That's some, not only baby.
Wow, look at that. The Chinese team's absolutely destroying everyone else. The number 1 and number 2 teams from China putting up a combined 34 kills between them.
My gosh.
Wow.
That's some daddy sharks
wow.
right there.
I knew that LH Douyu put together an impressive performance. You saw what GT Douyu did, but those numbers right there, yeah, I'm scared.
I mean, the big problem is that for all of the teams, Evos, despite them actually coming finishing first in that game. They didn't get anywhere near the amount of kills that the other two teams did, and they were quite high up in the ranks, especially GT.
Douyu finished in second place. You can see big shout out to BRK there, really holding it down, sitting in that shack there at the beginning of that fight. Really good stuff from them, but you see a lot of the Asian teams dominating the kill scoreboard there. Evos with a couple of members, LH Douyu with a couple of members, GT Douyu with a couple of members. Really nice stuff.
Two players there just currently tied with 8 kills already after game 1. My gosh, that's pretty awesome to see. To be really honest, LH, Douyu Ace, and GT Akan tied with 8 kills for the most kills so far in the tournament.
I think that's very important to know, is that in the PUBG Mobile, in the game itself, we've seen it throughout regionals and regionals and regionals. Very rarely do you see teams in one game get that many kills. And on this world stage, that's massive for these two teams.
That's a huge statement to come out and put up performances like that. Look at this. We see some of the statistics from the two top finishing teams. You've got Evos, Ernie there finishing with 1 skill, 6 squad kills, though, and they finished overall in first place. And then you've got Shushi from GT Douyu with 6 kills, 16 squad kills for him.
I'm interested to see if they might actually go ahead and end up first place on the standings. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Evos Verdi just pretty much ranking up the kills there as well. And look at this now, the placement. GT Douyu finishing after round 1 in first place, just on kills alone. They got 605 points, and Evos with 590 points. LH Douyu with 400 points, ladies and gentlemen.
Very close to start off the standing tier 4 game number 1, so that is the difference. It's not only about kills, there's also the survivability factor that comes in, and something that really hindered some of these teams, of course, was that potential 50-50 river circle that we saw, which is important to highlight. It's very hard to make the decisions right at that moment.
Absolutely. Taking a look at the standings really quickly, the top spots dominated by Asian teams all over the place from Asia. They are really, really strong. You can see North America 8 and 10, and you've got the European champ all the way down at number 19.
Definitely. So those are the standings.